The town of Grey Hollow was small, quiet, until the children began returning. One by one, the families received them, children who had wandered into the forest and vanished, only to come back with pale skin, vacant expressions, and empty eye sockets. Their parents screamed, but the children didn't speak. They only stared ahead, as if seeing something the rest of the world could not. Clara V, a schoolteacher, was the first to notice the pattern. Every returned child carried the same faint scent of decay, the same chilling silence. When she tried to comfort one, it whispered in a voice too cold for a child, "We saw what watches us." As the town panicked, whispers spread of the Hollow Ones, a legend about spirits beneath Grey Hollow Forest, the blind watchers who take the sight of children as payment for trespassing. Clara dismissed it at first, but the evidence was undeniable. The children returned from the same parts of the forest, paths no adult had ever dared to follow. Determined to uncover the truth, Clara ventured into the forest with a small group: Jonah, a local hunter, Maura, a historian obsessed with local legends, and Detective Harlan, tasked with investigating the disappearances. The deeper they went, the colder the forest became. Shadows seemed to move without source, and the silence was deafening. They discovered strange markings on the trees, scratches that formed symbols, circles, and arrows pointing deeper into the forest. The children, when brought near, flinched violently at the symbols, as if the markings themselves held memories of unseen horrors. By nightfall, the group stumbled upon an abandoned cabin. Inside were remnants of ritualistic items, feathers, bones, and broken dolls. Maura deciphered ancient text etched into the walls, warnings about the Hollow Ones and a pact made centuries ago between the town's founders and the spirits beneath the mountain. The town had promised children's eyes in exchange for prosperity. Suddenly, the wind whispered through the broken windows, carrying dozens of childlike voices. The team turned to see shadows flickering on the walls, forms that moved like children, but twisted, eyeless, and pale. The spirits were watching them. Clara realized the children weren't victims, they were vessels. The Hollow Ones had returned them to the surface as messengers, carrying knowledge of what lurked below. The eyeless gaze was not blindness, but the ability to see the hidden world of spirits, pain, and secrets. Over the next days, more children returned, each revealing subtle signs of their experiences, faint murmurs, drawings of strange landscapes, and cryptic warnings. Clara tried to communicate, but the town was too afraid. Some parents attempted to hide their children from the world, while others burned homes in hysteria. Jonah discovered footprints in the forest that didn't belong to humans. Maura found relics buried near an ancient altar, whispering of sacrifices and a forbidden ritual that could return the children's eyes, at a terrible cost. Detective Harlan uncovered old records. Every 50 years, a batch of children had vanished, returning changed. Grey Hollow's prosperity had always come at this price. Clara began experiencing visions herself, shadows crawling over the town, whispers calling her name, and fleeting glimpses of the Hollow One's domain beneath the roots of the forest. She realized the forest was alive, feeding on fear and memory. The children were conduits, not victims, but they were not safe. Tensions escalated when one child wandered into the town square and screamed, a scream that echoed with dozens of unseen voices. The eyeless children formed a line, moving toward the forest as if compelled. Clara followed, fearing they might vanish forever or worse, return as something unrecognizable. The group descended into a hidden cavern beneath the forest, guided by the children themselves. There, they found the Hollow Ones, immense, pale figures with hollow eye sockets, stretching endlessly, their presence oppressive and suffocating. The children's missing sight was mirrored in the spirit's vast emptiness. Maura deciphered an ancient chant that could restore the children's eyes, but it required a willing sacrifice of sight from an adult to balance the scales. Clara realized she would have to offer her own vision to undo the curse. She hesitated, feeling the weight of the town's ignorance, the children's suffering, and the spirit's anger. A confrontation erupted. The Hollow Ones demanded more than words, they wanted acknowledgement of the town's sins. Only by understanding and confessing could the cycle be broken. Clara, Jonah, Mara, and Harlan stood together, repeating the chants while the children chanted in echoing whispers. The cavern shook, shadows danced violently, and the spirits tested their resolve. One by one, the children's eyes began to glow faintly. A single beam of light pierced the cavern, revealing the Hollow Ones' faces, tormented, ancient, yet relieved. Clara felt her vision blur, a burning sensation as her sight faded. Yet she watched through the children's restored eyes, seeing the forest and town as it truly was, broken, haunted, and waiting for forgiveness. When they emerged, the children had returned fully, their eyes bright, reflecting gratitude and fear. The Hollow Ones retreated into the depths, leaving behind whispers that promised vigilance, but no longer cruelty. Clara was blind, but the town had learned to see its sins. Grey Hollow would never be the same. The forest remained ominous, the echoes of the Hollow Ones lingering in whispers and shadows. But the children could live. And Clara, though she had lost her sight, became the keeper of the memory, a bridge between the living and the spirits who followed, waiting, always watching. In the final scene, the town gathers around the children, their restored eyes wide with awe. Clara touches the forest edge, sensing unseen presence, a warning and a promise. The spirits are gone for now, but the forest remembers.